Hello, friends and family of St. John Paul II High School. Welcome to another edition of our Friday Forum with myself, Father Peter Martinez. And as always, we have our principal, Mr. Michael Edgeo. Hello, how are you doing?
Good afternoon. Doing well, Father. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. And today, our special guest, we have Mary Helen Mireles, a teacher of English. How are you today, Mary Helen?
I am blessed. Thank you for asking, Father.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. For our reflection today in our gospel, it's really all about God's omnipotence, knowing everything about us, that nothing can be hidden. In fact, God even knows the number of hairs on our head. And I don't like to brag or anything, but I'm making God's job easier as the years go along. God doesn't have to count us high, and so that's a good thing. I don't know. You guys are not doing such a good job on that, but I'm not here to judge.
I've really been working on it. I think COVID has really been helping.
COVID's helping.
Yes.
Well, speaking of judging, part of that, in regards to God knowing us, it just speaks to the sublime value of each and every person. How God knows us so much is because we're made in God's image, and because of that communion, that connection of being the created in God, the Creator. We have inherent value, and as Christians, I think we recognize it in others. We're good, I think, at understanding that, not to judge, others who may have more hair than you, not to judge others, that you can judge actions, but not others. And in our gospel today, I think in Jesus talking about knowing us profoundly, and that value, it should remind us that we can't even judge ourselves. We can judge our actions, and our decisions, but we can't say things like I'm worthless, or just like we can't say somebody else is worthless, because ultimately it's not our job to judge value. It's God's job, who is the ultimate judge, and the ultimate arbiter of grace. And so thank God for that. Literally. So that's my little reflection for this Friday forum. Mr. Edchill, how are things going in your neck of the woods?
It's been going pretty well. We've had a good week. I had a couple of good days this week, and visiting with various people. Lots of meetings. It was a very meeting heavy week, but they produced a lot of fruit. Various opportunities to hear other people talk about the good things that are happening on our campus, the good things that are happening in our classrooms, the what they appreciate about our faculty, what they appreciate about our staff. It's one thing to know what you think that you see and know what you think you're observing, but when you hear it said from somebody else, it resonates on a deeper level. They're going to let you know, like, oh yeah, I'm not crazy. Like, when I see good things, these are good things that are happening. So that was really good. It's the first day that we jumped into to being able to have classes 4 days a week for this year. And that was a good thing too. We've had our little bumps along the way, and every day presents something new that we get to tackle and walk through, as this whole COVID-19 experience has been. But I think the practices, and again, the practices and protocols we put in place seem to be being executed well, and seem to be pretty happy about those things.
Excellent. Yeah, we are very blessed with our teachers, and all of our teachers, but specifically we're blessed. We have Mary Helen with us today. Mary Helen, we just want to get to know you a little bit better. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I'm a child of God. I should say that. My name is Mary Helen. I've been a teacher for 16 years. My fourth year here at St. John Paul II High School. It's always been a prayer of mine to come and teach here, even way back when, in the beginning stages of my teaching career. And I always just hoped and prayed that I would land here. And I definitely didn't expect to be here when I arrived, because of course God works in mysterious ways. And what I mean by that is that I taught in the public school for 12 years, and I was very comfortable. I taught at Robstown High School, which is my alma mater, and it's a beautiful school. It's my hometown, And the Lord called me this way, and I said yes. And I'm here just doing God's will, and these kids touch my life, and I touch their lives. And it's just, Jesus is a teacher here. So just having him as a role model is the ultimate blessing, And, let me see, what else? I have a daughter who attends school here. She's a 10th grader. So, and I have a niece who also attends the school. And I still live in Robstown, and but I bleed black and gold. I wanted to say really briefly, happy Bosses Day to both Father Martinez and Mr. Edgehill. And I'm really blessed to have some really great bosses here on campus. God's been very good to me and to all the staff here. We have you guys are great role models and good leaders. So
today is Bosses Day?
It is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Officially.
Happy Bosses Day, Father.
Hey, happy Bosses Day. Hey, so Mr. Edgehill, any questions?
Yeah, I just have two that come to mind that again I think will be of interest to our families and our parents. One that I would like to ask Mrs. Mireles is, you spent a good amount of time, obviously grew up in Robstown and spent a good amount of time working there. What's kind of the biggest difference that you see, one of the biggest joys that you have now being here for your 4th year at John Paul II when you compare the experiences?
So in both settings, I'm a servant of God, right? I serve the kids in Robstown, and I'm serving the kids here. Just a really marvelous thing about working here on this campus is that the students are not just only your students, they're also disciples of Christ. So together, openly, we're freely to express our faith and live out the faith. And so we of course, we have these retreats, and we have theology, and Jesus is just extremely present on this campus. And it's just a really wonderful experience to be a teacher and also be disciples together, doing God's work for this world. Versus at the public school, there has to be some kind of boundary with that. Still very evident, Jesus is still very evident in public schools through action. But here we're able to do action and by word. So that's a really big difference. But they're, it's both service in both areas. You're a teacher and you're a teacher forever. So yeah, I would say that I'm happy. I'm very joyful here. I always say I never want to leave here because I really love it. I really love teaching here. It's been awesome.
That's awesome. And this is your first year teaching 9th graders. So I know that was an anxious transition for you. Why don't you share with everybody how that's gone for you and what joy you found there?
Well, back in January, I felt called to already maybe be challenged, and take on the freshmen in the new school year. And it's really worked out because we need to always be ever growing. Prior to this school year, I was teaching American literature with the juniors, so that was a challenge within itself. And now here I am taking a new challenge, and so it's been really great. It's important for our freshmen to have a teacher daily with them, that's showing them that they care. Being new to a new school, the transition is a very difficult transition for middle school, junior higher students coming into the high school. So it's just really important to have that really solid foundation. And I'm really finding my place in being a part of that world. Their freshman year is vital. What they feel their freshman year will either stick or will not. So I feel that I play a very important role in their lives. And I'm just asking the Lord to guide me every single step of the way. And I'm really enjoying it. We're supposed to have faith like a child. So I like to, have fun with the kids. I'm a kid with them, and we're learning from each other. It's all great. It's working out really, really well. It's really important for the freshmen to have that foundation, and to be firm at the same time. It's a standard ground that we need to, be firm in. So
I like how you said, the ninth grade is that foundational year, that fork in the road to really help them in the right direction. And also the comparison you made, a little bit with public school and Catholic school. I'm a firm believer that all schools want your child to succeed. And I often use the analogy of of a plane taking off on a runway, and you want them to get on that runway and take off into the sky of life and be successful. But it's not enough in a Catholic school setting for them just to be successful for the sake of success. Getting in the air is not enough. At a Catholic school, we're able to help them with that internal compass about knowing their destination, not just knowing that they're succeeding insofar as the sky of life, but they have a home, a destination in heaven, and what we do and the decisions we make direct our path, our flight. And so having that internal compass and having that foundational year, the ninth grade year, is really important. And we appreciate all that you're doing in that regard.
Yes.
Thank you for allowing me to be of a service. And I want to thank the parents for allowing me and trusting me with your children, doing the best that I can. So
yeah. All right. Anything else, anybody?
No, playing in Austin tonight, so everybody that can view on the Vipe link can watch the game and from the comfort of their home.
Yeah, we sent that link out in the parent weekly update yesterday for that link. I got it from, I hope it works. I got it from Hyde Park, and so they sent us that link, and you can check out the game at 7 o'clock this evening. And we have volleyball games starting, I think, tomorrow noon. A couple of them going there. But anyway, that's all I have.
All right.
The Lord be with you.
With your spirit.
May Almighty God bless you, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. All right. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.